I'm putting in the work. I have it turned down in between gears, so I wasn't sure what the track will hold, but
yeah,
it looks like I can throw some more at it. It's 1 second, but it's going to.
Can't wait to tell his friends. Got the green light, we're good to go. Go!
What's up guys, Kenny Hughes here. I'm at Palm Beach International Raceway with TRC for their Invitational. We're going to talk about the car, what's done to it. It's a 93 Honda Civic hatchback EG. It is a VX model. The motor is a D15B VTEC. It is a rod piston motor, so it's got Skunk 2 137 millimeter rods from a D16. And then it's got Vitara pistons, so those are cast piston. You can find them on eBay, Amazon, they're all over the place. They're about $100. Shipped to your door with a set of rings. Then it's got a block guard in it. Other than that, that's it for the block. Stock crank, everything else the same. The head is a 4-piston CNC ported head. It's got Barrera valves, Skunk 2 springs and retainers. It's got a Comp Stage 2 turbo cam. That's a 59300 is the cam. Cheap intercooler piping I made myself. A Greddy blow-off valve, a Greddy Type S old school. A Tile 38 millimeter wastegate. It's got Bosch 2200cc injectors. A VMS fuel rail, Intake 450 fuel pump that's been wired with a 30 amp relay. A fuel pressure regulator. It's got a Skunk 2 intake manifold and 70 millimeter throttle body. It's running on a stock P28 ECU with a Neptune board in it, a Neptune RDP. The car is currently on a set of VMS racing wheels, so it's got 13x8s up front with a 23-inch M&H slick. The rear is 15x4, I believe. Stock axles. The transmission is a completely stock transmission, minus it's got a straight cut 3rd and 4th gear. It's still got an open diff, and then all stock synchros. Basically pulled it from the junkyard, put a straight cut gear in 3rd and 4th, and other than that, the rest of the training is stock. ACT 6-buck extreme duty clutch and Fidenza flywheel, and I think that's about it. The car I've had for 15 years. It was my first car, and so at this point I'm not getting rid of it unless it isn't usable. I'll turn it into a car bed if I have to. I've had it, like I said, it was my first car, and I started playing with it basically right away. Started building homemade turbo kits for it, and doing some street stuff and coming to the track. Started coming to the track. My 18th birthday is my first time coming to the track, and I've been coming ever since. So been here quite a bit. I think that's about it. I painted the car in 2009. It's got no interior in the back. It's got some NRG seats and Momo steering wheel inside, just for comfort, you know, to keep yourself feel like you're stable. Other than that, that's it. It's basically just a go car. Suspension is the Block's Pro Series drag setup. Other than that, all stock lower control arms, all stock, you know, or OEM style bushings. And it does have a traction bar on it, just a cheap traction bar. I couldn't tell you what name it branded it is. Just a, you know, eBay, you know, nothing fancy traction bar. Other than that, the rest of the suspension is all stock. The car's making roughly 500 horsepower right now, at about 30 pounds of boost. I control the boost through the Neptune RDP. It does have a boost by gear or boost by RPM feature in it, so I'm using a boost by gear. On the street, I run about 15 pounds in first and second, about 24 in third, and 30 in fourth and fifth. At the track, I run 15 pounds in first gear, and then about 30 in second through fifth. I don't use fifth at the track, but yeah, I run 30 pounds in fourth, and on this tire setup, the car should be good for about 147, 148 at redline, which is 8,500 RPM. My best pass in the car is a 1056 at 141.6. I'm looking to best that. I did just change the head studs in the motor to an 11mm head stud from an SRT4 and added some O-rings to the block so that we can throw a little more boost pressure at it. So right now it's about 30 pounds. I'm planning on running as much as 40, 45, whatever it takes. The goal is to make a 9-second pass. And then, you know, the car is built by me, tuned by me, driven by me. I pretty much do everything on the car. I painted the car in 2009. You name it, all the work is done by me. There's something about this car that just brings a smile to your face every time you drive it. And I have a saying that nothing's healthier than smiles. So every time you drive this car, it doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna smile. I have a 2005 twin turbo Corvette that I use as my daily. And this car is much more fun than that, and it's actually a little faster than that. I've had mini cars, some Subarus to, I don't know, I've had 25 cars, you know. So this is by far my favorite car. I do love driving the Vet. It's a completely different feeling. But when you drive this thing, even if you drive something that's rear-wheel drive or something that's a little more stable with the same kind of power, you just don't get the same raw feeling from it that you do with something like this. So if you've never driven something like this, I definitely recommend you doing so, just because it gives you a different perspective. I want to give a thanks and shout out to TRC and Javier especially to let me come out here today and do this event. I do plan on turning it up. They are going to do some digs here later today, so we're going to turn it up and see if we can make a 9-second pass. I don't know if it'll happen today, but we're gonna send it anyway and see what happens. PB in his house.
Damn, bro. 128. That's a big change.